And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and I hope you guys had a great weekend. We have a new character coming into the game. I'm super excited about Range Trooper. That's right, the magnetic booted crazy dudes crawling all over the trains. And hopefully this is going to be emphasis on more dark side moving forward, because we had a little bit of a light side push, if you want to call it that. Anyway, the Range Trooper, of course, is going to be dark. He's another Imperial Trooper. He's going to be classified as support, but he's really an attacker. Their little statement about him is kind of he's an aggressive Empire support that provides other Imperial Trooper allies with assist chance. So what's really cool is every time someone takes a turn, there's a likelihood that somebody else gets to take a turn. Now, that may not sound that much, you know, an extra 20,000 or whatever, but what's really huge is if you're using Death Mark, every time someone shoots, another person shoots, and you're getting double the death mark. That's right, pretty awesome. So we're just going to go through his abilities basically, and in the background I got some footage of him, you know, going through different things. I didn't like try to go totally crazy in phase 3. I just wanted to showcase that he could in fact be put into a phase 3 team without Death Trooper, because I know you're going to use your Death Trooper probably for Chex Mix teams. Side note, if you're afraid of this team being not arena viable, sadly that is kind of the case. It's one step closer to PvP viability, but still with the current meta system with the Emperor Palpatine teams, the Sith, the Triumvirate, all of that, it's just not quite enough to put them over the top to be in this current PvP state. But it does make them much, much stronger. So let's get into it. The first thing I'll go over is kind of how to mod him, and it's pretty obvious. He's a damage dealer, so critical chance and critical damage. You're going to probably want to put either protection or offense on the cross, and then, of course, a speed arrow, critical damage, or an offense on the triangle, but preferably critical damage if you have it. And then you're going to want to look for as much speed and offense secondaries as possible. Now, his basic and his special, those are the only two real abilities he has. He's got 3 abilities with a unique, but the 2 basic abilities, it's a simple yet effective kit, and there's no Zetas. That's right, no Zetas. And we're all going to get this guy. He is a marquee event, so we'll have him 3 stars here shortly. So marquee event, pretty cool. His first ability, Take Aim, says it will deal physical damage to a target enemy, and the attack deals 30% more damage if he's buffed. Now, hopefully you'll have Stark on the team, whether you're doing PvP or PvE. That's player versus player or player versus environment. Hopefully you'll have Stark, and Stark will be faster, hopefully, and when Stark goes, he buffs the whole team, which assures that this basic does more damage right off the bat, which can kind of start that snowball effect of killing, you know, once you kill one character, it starts to give everybody turn meter and all that. So really want a fast Stark on PvP or PvE. And then boom, you're going to be able to use his basic Take Aim and do a lot more damage. I saw attacks anywhere from 15k to over 30k on his basic. That's solid damage. And when we talk about his unique, you'll see why that adds up. His special, the only other real ability he has, is called Steady, and it says all Empire allies. That's all Empire, so pretty cool, not just Imperial Troopers. They gain protection up for 3 turns, and I love the animation. He like stomps his feet, and everybody gets this protection. And then it says Imperial Troopers actually recover 30% protection. So not only do they gain it, but they recover some that's lost, and they gain retribution. So he stomps his feet and everybody gets retribution. It's really, really cool. And then another random ally attacks, and then Range Trooper will assist. So they attack, he assists. So it's a call to assist. So Steady is a cooldown of 3, and it's basically a multi-attack that gives everybody protection up double times over if they're Imperial Troopers, basically, and retribution. This is a really cool basic ability to just make the team that much better. And I know a lot of people are kind of wondering, okay, so he's pretty cool. He brings durability to the team with all his protection, retribution. Who are you going to pull out to put in? And really, sadly, the best character to pull out is going to be, because everybody else has purpose in the team, you're going to have to pull out a damage dealer dealer for this guy who's going to be a better damage dealer. So Snow Trooper, yes, Snow Trooper would actually come out. I know that I have some footage with Snow Trooper in, but you would actually probably want to pull Snow Trooper out and replace Snow Trooper with the Range Trooper. That's probably the way you would want to do it. And then he has a unique, which just kind of plays out in the background, and it's called Power in Numbers. This is pretty awesome. So Range Trooper will have 70% tenacity while buffed. Now, we already talked about this. If you have Stark on the team going really fast, or any other character that buffs troops, he's going to get 70% tenacity. So basically, he's going to live with a lot of tenacity. He has a natural over 30% tenacity. So this puts him over 100% tenacity when he's buffed. Now, when he's active, it means he's not dead. He's actually on the playing field fighting it out. All Imperial Trooper allies are going to have a 50% chance to call another buffed Imperial Trooper ally to assist when they use an ability during their turn. Now, it's going to do 20% less damage, but of all of the abilities that I have seen for calls to assist, this one for a call to assist is really good because it's every single one of them, every single time, 50%, do 20% less damage, but it's really, really good. So every time one pops off, another one pops off, almost always. It's really crazy. So I really, really love this call to assist. And I know it's a 50% chance, but if you watch the footage, it just feels like more. And of course, that's not the case, but it's really fun. And again, if you death mark somebody, these call to assists on everybody's turn is going to provide additional death mark benefits. So the kind of the idea with Range Trooper is that he's going to be a really heavy emphasis PvE, just like the Imperial Troopers are already. That nothing's changing. They're still going to be PvE, but it does make them one step closer to PvP viable. I love his magnetic boots. I think that's really cool. That kind of their design intent was to try and kind of, tenacity and sustainability. And so you got those magnetic boots that, in the movie hold him down to the train. So it's kind of cool how they do that. Again, he does go into a Imperial Trooper team, so you can keep Death Trooper out for the Chex Mix team, which is cool. The guys at the studio say that this is really going to be the best for Sith Raid 2 and Phase 4 when Nihilus is down. And so Phase 4, of course, when Nihilus is down, and then Phase 2 against Scion, that they're really pretty good, especially because of all the protection up and the recovery. It allows them to survive multiple hits. It also allows troopers to hit twice as much when Death Mark is applied. As far as like territory wars goes, they're on offense. Imperial Troopers are used for a lot to chime through a bunch of teams, including some Thrawn-led teams and some Night Sister teams. And so this is going to make them even more reliable to be able to get that first kill on territory wars and kind of start your snowball effect of bonus abilities. So pretty cool. And then as far as dark side territory battles, Imperial Troopers were already one of the best teams. Them and Night Sisters are really the best two teams for territory battles, and this just makes them that much easier. Gives you one more thing. Now, the Trooper node in Phase 3, you only need a phase or a 4-star to use in Phase 3. So for anybody that goes into that $10 pack, you'll be able to pretty much immediately use the Range Trooper on that Trooper node in the dark side territory battles. The developers' best team for PvP that they're thinking, and of course there's going to be a lot more theory crafting happening out there, but it would be, their idea is General Veers, Stark, Range Trooper instead of Snow Trooper, use Range Trooper, and then Death Trooper and Shore Trooper, of course. And then they said you could also put in a Thrawn lead and cut Death Trooper on that particular team. But I really think Death Trooper is an absolute must. And I did try in PvP, and of course, against the current meta, it just wasn't cutting it. As far as best teams for PvE, there's a lot of options we can go with, but they really believe that the Thrawn lead is going to provide more sustainability and durability that Veers doesn't quite provide. And then you can continue to use Veers, Stark, and then Range Trooper and Shore Trooper, because you'll have Shore Trooper for the heal, and, you know, Thrawn with the protection regeneration, and Range Trooper with the protection regeneration, and then Stark and Veers to really pump up the team for damage output. So you can see your guys hitting for a lot, even when it's, you know, Shore Trooper. He's still going to hit a lot. So anyway, this new amazing range trooper is just going to increase your survivability, your counter chance, and he's just going to make the Imperial troopers overall better than they currently are. Not really change anything, just give you one more tool in the toolbox. Pretty cool. Again, he's going to be pay to play for the first 3 months or so, and then you can use him after that because you'll be able to farm him. Really simple but effective kit. Super excited to see him in the game. Everyone's getting him marquee, so we'll all have him 3 stars. And as far as the pack to get him to 4 stars, that pack for $9, really you don't have to do it. But if you want to use him right away on that trooper node and the dark side territory battles, then you would want to get that $10 pack. So there you go. There's your Worth It series already for the pack. I'm excited to have another trooper in the game. Bring on more dark side. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And keep your gaming on. Warrior out.